telling riddles. Can't hang with the gang, so we had to sit them with down. I'm in LA riding around in the Rams. My dog just called, say he finna touch down. When I call a play, you won't hear a sound. Hold up, money caller right now. I gotta go and get it, and it don't matter how. All I know is, man, yeah, I'm 10 toes down. I keep my head high and my eyes on the prize. Yeah, and my feet on the ground. Let's go. Let's go. I told my boys, it ain't no limits. No. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. Turned up, turned down right now. Two dope make better get around right now. Hey, I'm two turned up, turned down right now.
From the host of Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Washington Commanders and the San Francisco 49ers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Let's go now.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Love from the gun. And that is caught downfield by Thomas. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's punted out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Here's Love. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is. Against an interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example, right? McCaffrey trying to escape, but he cannot. They get him in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
This is taken at the 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Dalton, 1st and 10. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. On 2nd and 9, Dalton. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. In motion goes the tight end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Thomas brings it in. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
Sly able to put this one through. So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Off of play action, here's Lance. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Man open, that's Ray McCloud. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Lance now on first down. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of the game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Ultra. Go ultra.
Here's Lance to throw it. Taking a shot for Samuel. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
He's going to field this at the 4. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the...
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the 49ers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 34. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Ultra.
A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the number 2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're number 2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the ball anyway? Or do you do the best thing and throw the darn thing and try and get in the end zone?
Maybe that's wiser. And he is out of bounds here. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the 1st down.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
Lance going to sneak it. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. Lance going to sneak it. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The Commanders' defense looking for a stop here. It's 3rd and goal. Lance going to sneak it, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year and 4th overall. And the 49ers have taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 2. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
From midfield here, Dalton. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. To throw again on 2nd down. Dalton. Past the 20. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Dalton. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll run with Gibson. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. To throw here, Dalton. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. So a sensational return there on special teams, a foot race that he was not going to lose. Now, meanwhile, while that was going on, we've got an injured player on the field. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Let's go. 22 needle. 52 blaster.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Here's Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now, after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now Lance. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. He'll take this inside the 40. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. And Dalton to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Washington. John Ross with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Returning from his end zone is Ray McLeod. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs because
he's got a man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That goes for a gain of 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. And Lance now to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the past. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Lance looking to throw it. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Hey, go field.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. It's a pickup of 19. And it'll be a San Francisco 1st down.
Come on, set. Hey, check ready.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And this play is going nowhere as he dives to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. Bringing him down for a loss was Tariq Castro-Fields with a really nice effort. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Play action. Now it's Lance. He'll buy some time right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 3rd and long, it's Lance. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Ray McCloud, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Niners are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Gold with the extra point, and this is back to a 5-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A good pickup there, a 22.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Dalton. Out left to Dotson. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Dalton. And he will find his man, Samuel. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Passing, it's Dalton. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 14. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Gibson here running out of the gun. Shreds him with a stiff arm. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Robinson trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2nd and goal from the 1. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Got a little antsy there from his Mike linebacker position.
Partner, there's times you think you've timed up the quarterback's cadence. You think you've got a read on it. He might have thought it on that play. He was wrong.
The ball down at the 1 as they come up after the penalty on another 2nd and goal. Robinson again. And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr. with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that's caught inside the 35. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Dalton's throw complete there to Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
368!
Throwing, Dalton. slings this deep from McLaurin. And he's got it inside the 10. A huge play there for Washington. 58 yards. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football, and this is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
17. Striker, 3-3. Check pick.
Robinson will take this one in. Touchdown, Washington. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Niners take over first down 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here we go. Here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Okay.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw, it's Lance. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts, so the middle of the field, that should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod. Finding space at the 40. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Get ready.
Now Lance again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Oh, passing it. Dalton. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. So a victory here for the Commanders. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way. Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them. So for the Commanders, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.